Homer! Kumusta mo? Parang nakabigote eh.
Yes.
Sir Homer.
Iba yung style mo ngayon, sir, ah.
Oh, as you know, Pao, I'm dealing with a health issue and kaya nga sa live this is the first time na nag-video ako live. Usually it's just an icon na parang ganun, but hindi ako makatanggi sa iyo eh. So, although it's dark and gloomy here in Chicago, napaka dito sa building namin, walang but well, I'm here. So, interested ako sa topic. Good morning, sorry.
Okay lang, sir. So, sir, ang aming main question namin, sir, because na-hype kami lahat as a fan, parang nabilib kami sa performance ng Gilas Pilipinas. Now, our question is, ito bang Gilas Pilipinas ngayon? Kaya na ba to maghari sa Asia ngayon? Yun.
No, I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but sa Asia, yeah, pwede. With the only impediment, obviously, is China, and then we have Korea. Pero as it pertains to worldwide, malayo pa tayo. But we relish the moments, what we had, yung napanalo natin against New Zealand. Yeah, that was very good. Pero yun lang. But you have to look at it, Pao. The players that suit for us are overseas players. So walang masyadong continuity, di ba? We don't really have that program na masabi mo na unlike other leagues or other neighbors natin na talagang may pool sila na nandoon lang. Sa atin hinuhugot lang natin yung But like I said, I don't want to put the horse before the carriage. Today is about the celebration of Gilas, and I think that was a very good win. Mas nasisiyahan ako kay Kai. Kai was really, marami ako nakausap ng mga sources ko sa NBA, and Kai might be getting more invitations na sa NBA Summer League. Nakausap ko yung mga representatives. Yes, because
nice one,
that was really good. Nakita niyo si Kai. It was, I wouldn't say dominant, but it was really good. Almost a triple-double. Kumbaga sa, di ba?
What is the biggest...
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
So, I was just curious because you mentioned Kai. What do you think is the biggest change or improvement in Kai Sotto from your perspective?
First of all, he gained 17 pounds of body mass and muscle. So, napaka-importante yun. When I covered him in the Summer League, kung naalala ng mga viewers at listeners mo, he couldn't even go through the 6 games. Kasi si Obadje nga was only 6'9", who was playing at Portland then. Kinayang-kaya si Kai sa box out. It was like bullying a ragdoll doon sa rebounding. And obviously defending the pick and roll, still a work in progress si Kai. But rebounding, boxing out, the basics, being that si Kai kasi, because you're 7'3", lalo na sa atin, di ba, sa Pilipinas, if you are taller than 6 feet, di ba, kahit sa kanto lang, you're immediately assigned as the center. So, although he's a traditional center, he had weaponized himself and added the hybrid traits away, the modern big man. Tumitira na ng tres. And one other thing, improvement ni Kai also, magaling na siya before, but the court vision, galing ng mga pasa ni Kai. You see the bounce passes, the rudimentary passing skills that no big men, normally possess. So yun ang kay Kai. That's why nasisihan ako. So pa sa July, if if you're ready and willing and able, sabay tayo sa cover ni Kai sa NBA Summer League. With the risk of sounding immodest, I'm an NBA portal manager, so I can actually credential
July.
Kung makapunta ka na dito. Yes.
Actually, sa iyo ko lang sabihin, I'm planning actually sa vacation sana ng anak ko, punta dyan ng 1 buwan ako mag-stay sa may bandang San Diego. Kaso July pala yung Summer League. Balik na lang ulit ako.
Okay lang. Naman yan, multiple. So, yeah, maganda. So, yun ang napuna ko kay Kai. That was the first the notice Pero even before he played there, palagi ko naman nakausap ang kampo ni Kai. I've always been updated na, what's he doing, workout niya, and all that stuff. So, hindi na ako na-surprise when I saw it. And also, I don't want to rain on the parade. But we have to remember, New Zealand, yung tinalo natin, did not have their number 1 point guard, did not have their number 1 power forward, did not have their center. So it's, just to put that in perspective. But since ang usapan, Asia, kayang-kaya natin ang Asia. Still though, China, I'll never sleep in China.
With Asia, kasi si Asia, kasama na yung Australia tsaka New Zealand talaga eh.
Yes.
Kasi maraming mga Westerner na rin yung Australia, at mga blacks at saka malalaki. Darating ba talaga panahon na kaya nating yung talagang tayo yung leader?
Sorry, I was, like I said, I was speaking out of turn. I was talking about Southeast Asian Games. Yan, kaya-kaya natin yan. But Asia as a whole, that you mentioned now, New Zealand, Lebanon, kasama na yun, mahirapan tayo.
Iran talaga pa?
Mahirapan tayo. But like I said, yun na nga din eh. You have to wonder, Kai is one of our centerpiece pieces, di ba? And then, what if papunta na yan sa NBA? Then we will begin looking for another big, di ba? Sina Edo, nandoon yan nakakommit sa Japan. Yun lang ang problema natin talaga, is that mayroon bang continuity? Yun ang problema. So, yun ang
Sir Homer,
sino pa mga ipakilala mo nga ako? Ang dami mga pogi dito. Pakilala mo nga ako, Pao.
Marami kasi open po to sa lahat eh.
Sir Homer, may tanong lang po ako, sir. Since, di ba, undrafted si Kai, then, as you said a while ago na marami ng opportunities si Kai about sa Summer League. Do you think, Sir Homer, na may chance ba si Kai na makukuha siya sa mid-season ng NBA since undrafted siya? Baka merong kumuha sa kanya na i-sign siya for 10 days, yung mga ganon, Sir Homer.
Pwede. Although, just to put it out there, siguro magtaka yung mga nakakontrata yan sa Japan B-League, which is true. But, point of information, Kai's contract with the Japan B-League has an NBA out clause. Meaning to say, kung may tatawag sa kanya na NBA, it would allow him to sever the contractual ties without having to do a buyout. Kasi normally how it works is that kung aalis yung player, and then the team would actually demand na i-satisfy yung length ng contract, yun yung tinatawag natin buyout. But Kai's contract was made in such a manner na kung aalis siya, kung may tatawag na NBA, yung tinatawag na NBA out clause. Kagaya ba niya, there's a good player now playing in the EuroLeague, Lonnie Walker IV. Remember him? He was playing with the Lakers. Pumunta siya sa EuroLeague ngayon, napakagaling ng pinakita niya. Although he was paid big money to go there, his contract has a clause. So kung may tatawag sa kanya na NBA team, pwede siyang aalis. And as you know, there are many teams in the NBA now, to name a few, that have been decimated by injuries. Yung Pelicans, ang daming nawala sa Pelicans. Sixers. So, pwede, di ba? Yes. And, so what's the harm anyway of a 10-day contract? And not only that, Kai, it would be hard. It's assuming that playing in the FIBA and then parlaying that into a wonderful NBA performance, mahirap yan. That's a bridge too far. Pero if you develop Kai, kaysa nakita natin, when I first saw Kai like 3 years ago, ako mismo nagsabi na, wala, ang bagal. He's as low as the second coming of Christ. And then he's very, parang supermodel, very payat. But now, after that night, 2 nights ago, I saw him play, na-impress talaga ako. And I'm not being a fanboy here. I know, maraming nag-ano sa akin, mga trolls na, when I first said Kai really had a chance sa NBA. Ang dami, sabi, fanboy ka lang, ganito, ganon. Pero sinasabi sa akin ng mga Wasserman Sports kasi and they know more than I could ever know when it comes to the NBA and developing players. Sabi nila, historically kasi sa NBA, yung mga bigs talaga mabagal mag-develop. Tingnan mo si Joel Embiid. The first 4 years niya sa NBA, parang walang di ba? If you guys remember, and then now he's the dominant big.
Yes.
Roy Hibbert with the Pacers back in the day. So, bihira yung galing college, magaling na agad, like Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, those days are gone. Ngayon, ang mga mga stretch four, I'm saying. So anyway,
just
yes.
Go ahead. Then may follow-up question lang ako. I'm just very curious because nakita natin si Kai is getting a lot of opportunities here sa Gilas Pilipinas to showcase different facets of his skills, yung scoring niya. But really, if Kai is gonna get a chance sa NBA, what sort of skills should he really develop? Kasi yung NBA, may mga scorers na yan. Hindi naman siya kukuhanin doon para to score siguro. Tsaka kung mga 10-day contract, they be looking for a specific type of contribution from a big man. What should he focus on na i-improve talaga para makuha or i-consider?
Well, number one is the 3-point shot. The one big na mas matanda pa yata sa akin yan of course, I'm exaggerating. Brook Lopez. Lopez, ang longevity ni Brook Lopez sa NBA is tied with his ability to shoot the 3-point shot. So if I'm Kai, it's important to have that weapon kasi nasi-stretch mo nga yung floor. And secondly, kung nakikita niyo ang Memphis Grizzlies ngayon, they have Zach Edey. That is the template that you want Kai to be. Na can be a force on defense, can run the break. You don't, like you said, ang sistema importante. He can go to a team na hindi dapat siya yung nag-carry ng workload, unlike Gilas. That template won't work where Kai will do everything like Gilas, 19 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. No, he has to be a complementary piece. And then, use him in spurts. Kasi sa NBA, naaano ka you're immediately scouted. Ang galing doon. You score 50 points in one game. The next game, 12 ka na lang. Because they scout you. So the science there is amazing. The coaching is so amazing. So, yun. So, but Kai, put it in a system. Tingnan mo si Kai. Why did Kai thrive when he was with Hiroshima? It was because he had a very good point guard in Yuri Kawamura, who's now with the Memphis Grizzlies. So, sistema na ganun. That could understand Kai, nakikita yung mga galaw ni Kai, and but if he goes to a team that is not so reliant on his skill set, yun, mahirapan si Kai. But to reinforce that point, yun din, importante ngayon ang 3-point shot. The bigs, tingnan mo si Manimal. I'm sure this fine gentleman over here, naalala nila si Kenneth Farid, ang Manimal, di ba?
Yes.
Biglang naglaho sa NBA because he can't shoot to save his life. So, ang big talaga ngayon sa NBA, kailangan mo ma-shoot. Tingnan mo yung si Nas Reed sa Minnesota Timberwolves. Diba?
Yeah,
a big that can shoot, play defense. So, gano'n na talaga ngayon. And Kai can be that guy. Kita mo si Kai, ang galing. And not only that, the skill set, endurance, stamina, he played 35 minutes. Sa panahon ni Chot Reyes, he never played that much. 35 minutes. Hinahangal palagi si Kai, but now, ang galing ng pinakita ni Kai. I was supposed to talk to him yesterday, pero nakatanggap ako ng text na busy daw sa Gilas, tapos kailangan din ng girlfriend time. Alam mo naman, para ma-inspire din si Kai.
Sir Romer, last na po. Yung about, siguro, since, let's say na, if ever, for example, wala pa tong New Zealand game, since Kai, na maganda yung pinapakita niya sa Japan B-League, gusto ko lang matanong, Sir Homer, doon pa lang sa pinapakita niyang improvement sa Japan B-League, there's a lot of opportunities talaga at saka invitation talaga.
Yes, but ang FIBA kasi, the windows is heavily scouted by NBA teams. Yung Japan naman, merong nanonood kasi they're live on YouTube, di ba? The world technology has narrowed the oceans in a way na kahit asa malayo ka, kahit ngayon, if I'm going to watch the Adriatic League, I could with one click of the mouse, di ba? So ganun kaiba ngayon ang basketball because you don't back in the day you don't have to back in the day you had to send somebody, di ba, para makita. Ngayon pwede mo nang panoorin ng game and then you can actually go to YouTube also and search highlights, nandoon na rin. Pero wala pa rin makatalo sa yung pupunta physically. So Sky, yes, is scouted. Daming mga agent at saka mga executives doon sa Japan B-League, but the FIBA is the one. Kung baga sa that's yung nga nasabi, yung agent nagsabi ni Kai when I told him, when I was writing a column about Kai, remember sa World Cup, na nag-negotiate sa bayad, ganito, ganon. An NBA agent called me, somebody should tell Kai that he should be the one to pay Gilas because, that's the greatest audition, the greatest stage na mapakita mo yung talent mo. So, right now, if it were a Japan B-League game, we would not be talking about this because, intramurals lang yun to Japan. This one, you're playing against the number 22 ranked team in the world. So yun ang ano ni Kai, advantage when he played for that FIBA window.
Okay. Wow, pasensya na sir ha, talagang syempre Homer season to na lahat sa'yo lahat nagtanong. Salamat sa nagbigyan mo. Is there anything that you wanna ask?
Meron sana akong tanong kay Boss Homer.
Yes, go ahead.
Opo. Considering dito sa upcoming na invitation ni Kai, no, sa NBA Summer, nakita mo ngayon na kulang pa siya sa tres, no, na dapat niyang i-practice sa diinan. Kung ito ang magja-judge ngayon, fully suited na ba siya sa NBA?
Well, he has the tools, pero you cannot, you cannot mistake tools and talent for, making it to the NBA. Kasi marami naman mga player na talented saka may tools pero hindi na develop. Ang development talaga is the key. So when he goes to an NBA team, that's the difference. That's why even when he was young, yung kinuha siya sa Ateneo High School na there was an offer to me, that would have been it. Nang nasa high school siya, going into college, kinuha siya ng malaking team sa EuroLeague, paying him like $1 million, I think $1 million in how many years. Tapos hindi tinanggap ni Kai, nagpunta siya ng US. Kasi mas maganda yun sana kung pumunta siya sa Europe because ang development niya doon. But that's water under the bridge. Ngayon, pag makuha siya ng NBA team, that's the key kasi ma-develop siya. He will have the world-class trainers, coaches, nutritionists, physical therapists, doctors. That will be all in Kai's disposal. Yun ang Kasi ang technology talaga sa NBA iba. I mean, ang PBA maganda naman, pero iba talaga sa NBA. And I've seen that. I've covered the NBA since 2000 here. I've been a credentialed writer since 2000 here also. Been to 19 NBA finals, 17 All-Star games. So I'm really familiar with, tapos pupunta din ako na practice pa. Because once you have an NBA credential, you can actually also go to team practices. So nakikita mo iba. Like for instance, this is a story that I always like to tell. In the NBA Finals, hindi pa ito masyado I called the 1993 NBA Finals live sa Bombo Radio. And then, it was huge back then, still is. So, yung si John Starks, mahirap kasing i-defend. So, during the film session of the New York Knicks, alam mo anong ginawa nila? They did a video na in-erase yung lahat. Si Starks lang ang makikita mo na ikot-ikot sa kote. The other players were scrubbed out. And the reason for that was so all the entire New York Knicks team would see ang galaw ni John Starks. Where he likes to go. Does he favor going to the left? Is he as good when he's going to his right? Does he pump fake? Does he do this and that? So, ganon. So kahit na hindi ako defender, like if I'm Patrick Ewing or Charles Smith or Oakley back in the day, although ang gwardiya ni ang opponent ni John Stark was the Houston Rockets at that time, Kenny Smith, Akeem Olajuwon, and Vernon Maxwell. So nakikita nila, ina-isolate, so kita na nilang galaw ni John Stark. So even though alam na nilang, for example, mabitin ni John Stark yung guard niya, so somebody else will catch up to him because they already know his tendencies. So yun ang science, ang napaka-ibang science ng NBA. I don't know if the PBA, magandang, kita ko PBA, may mga iPad na din sila. But I don't know if the science has really arrived at that point. So ganon katindi ang NBA. Back to you, Pao. Nahiya yata. Don't be shy. Itong mga kasama natin. Just ask whatever questions. Kahit...
Ibang level kasi yung mga ikaw pag ibang level tahimik
No, you know what, please do not limit your questions to the basketball. Kung gusto niyo yung tip sa chicks, pwede rin.
Sir, pwede magtanong, sir?
Go ahead.
Sige, si DJ Osera muna kasi nakatanong ka naman JM kung okay lang.
Sige lang.
Kilala niyo, Sir Homer, kilala niyo po ba si QMB?
Kilala ko siya through text message. So through his, siya yan si QMB. So, but if I'm able to if I want to talk to him, I'm able to reach him. Ilagay na lang natin na gano'n.
Yung ano po yung playstyle, yung playstyle niya po, pasok po ba sa triangle ni Coach Tim?
Yes. Pasok because the triangle offense relies in passing and a lot of shooting, spacing, and Kemba with his shooting touch feels all those elements.
Hindi, iba. Sabi mo pangalan yung 6'10", taga-UP.
Yung naka-UP,
Quentin
Melora Brown.
Yeah, nakausap ko yan mismo when he was here in the US. Kasi pumunta siya dito to bury his grandfather, unfortunately. So nakausap ko siya. Yun na nga, I've been ferociously batting for him na kukunin ng Gilas. Kasi maganda, it's 6'10", 245, and a legitimate big. He can guard basically 2 to 4, 2 to 5. Magaling yan si Melora Brown. Pero si Kemba, that guy, assuming LaSalle will not, stop him. Kasi alam mo, maraming financiers ang LaSalle, di ba? So they can actually lure him to stay one more season. Pero may malaking contract na yan nakaantay sa Korean B-League. Nakakatawa kasi I wrote about it and he went on Facebook. Sinabi ko sa kanya na, Kemba, pinuri ko siya sa column ko sa Spin. I said, this kid is so good. May malaking offer ang Korea sa kanya. Tinanggihan dahil loyal siya sa LaSalle. So, alam mo anong ginawa ni Kevin? So, Kevin pumunta sa Facebook, sabi, fake news yan. I did not turn down the offer. So, he basically confirmed my story. So, ngayon, nasa Cavite nakausap ko kahapon on the telephone si Coach Topex Robinson sa LaSalle. I was talking about game plan, all the stuff. Obviously, I can't write about it. Pero sabi niya, nasa Cavite sila, nag-camp sila ngayon. So, they will come back to Manila 5 days before the December 1 Final Four. So walang danger na magliligang labas si Kemba na doon naka sa camp ng LaSalle.
Oh. Sir.
Yes.
Ako naman. Ay sir, I just wanna take this opportunity din magtanong kasi sabi mo kanina maganda yung naging performance ni Kai. So sir, do you have any numbers kung ilan po ang NBA na gustong makita siya like to practice sa G League or something, sir?
Well, there were 5 NBA teams na nag-invite sa kanya sa Summer League. So those are the same suspects. So if I were to put a name on it, siguro mga 7. Actually, alam ko, nakausap ko si Tony Ronzon, yung Wasserman Sports. Pero ayaw lang nila i-reveal muna because, in the NBA kasi, just like in the PBA, gusto ng team mismo sila mag-announce. And they also don't want to put their hand in there, di ba? Para bang nangligaw ka na ayaw mong malaman ng iba na nanligaw ka kay Ivana Awali dahil baka maunahan ka, di ba? So ganon din yun sa NBA at sa PBA. They want to
How about Kevin Kambao, sir? Do you have any knowledge mo kung meron din siyang diyan sa NBA teams?
Sa nalaman ko, when he played in Dubai, and he already had a cachet when he got there, kasi nga, ang gandang pinakita niya sa he was invited daw, according to Snow Badwa. And si Snow naman, best friend ko yan. Daming sources yan, mas marami pa sa akin. So he was invited daw sa Summer League sa New York Knicks. And na-offer pa nga yan allegedly, may offer din yan to be naturalized player for Saudi Arabia. Alam mo naman Saudi Arabia, maraming pondo yan, di ba? So, those are the things. Pero pagka ngayon, in fairness to Kevin, he's focusing on LaSalle, and once he wins the championship, if he wins the championship, so pwede na. I'm sure LaSalle will allow him to leave, di ba? Kasi nakadalawa na rin, di ba? So, and then those will be the plethora of offers na i-entertain ni Kemba. Punta ba siya Summer League? Tatanggapin ba niya yung Korea, Japan? Malaki din pa sweldo ng Japan. Na-interview ko mismo sinulat ko to. Si Matthew Wright. Matthew Wright is making $37,000 a month sa Japan B-League.
Wow.
Yes. And si 30 used to make about 40. So pumunta siya ng Dubai, took a little pay cut. Kaya ngayon 25 lang siya sa Dubai, pero gusto kasi niya i-prove na nag-excel na ako sa Japan, i-try ko nga tong EuroLeague. For now, parang saklap hindi siya ginamit ng coach. Because ang dami kasing magagaling dyan sa team niya sa Dubai. Lahat Europeans, may dalawang itim. So, nahirapan talaga si Terdy. But, you have to give him credit for trying. Diba? At some point, you have to try. Kasi pwede ka naman maghari. Kung gusto mo maghari ka sa PBA. But if you want, ang maganda kasi sa mga players katulad ni Terdy, they can already make basketball decisions based on, like gusto ko talagang laro dito. Iba kasi when you're just starting, like PBA player ka, you have to make financial decisions first. Kunin mo muna yung pera, tapos pagtapos doon, you're set in life, okay na yung pamilya mo, then you can make other decisions that don't necessarily involve money. So yun ang advantage ni Terdy Ravenna. He really made a lot of money in the Japan B-League. Then sabi ng agent niya, okay, punta ka ng Dubai. Gusto mo ng laro ng EuroLeague, but it's gonna be $12,000 less than what you're taking a month. So maski ako, I can't take with a family. I can't take. Pa, would you take $12,000 less a month?
No. It's all about the money. Siyempre, pera ang unahin natin.
Diba? But like I said, if you have already money and cash is no longer an object, pwede. Pero kung wala pa, mahirap talaga tanggihan. Kasi $12,000, kahit na 58 ang dollar ngayon, you're talking about almost $1 million pesos, di ba? Or 2 million pesos. Almost $1 million pesos, di ba? Yun, a month yun. So, galing talaga si Terdy.
Alright. Grabe. Pasensya na, sir. Parang baka mahal ang singil mo dito. Ikaw lahat ang tinanong. Kasi syempre, pag nandito ka, it's better for us to listen kasi more of us here, we're all fans of the game. We have our opinion, pero syempre pag andyan yung legendary Homer Sison, we have to. BD Kings yata magtatanong.
Ha?
Go, BD Kings, go.
Sir Homer, like Billy na tanong namin, kung is Coach Tim Cone is pwede ba sa international as coach, ano pong masasabi niyo dito?
Pwede, of course. Tim Cone, the knock against Tim Cone is this. Ang mga haters niya sabi, kasi magaling palagi mga player. But, coaching good teams and good players is not easy either. Because you have to manage those egos. May mga nagrereklamo. Yung si Christian Stan Hardinger, kaya daw pinakawalan, allegedly, Kasi magalit kasi sabi. Diba? So, having good players is not a guarantee to success. And I'll give you an example. In 1990, the Chicago Bulls were coached by Doug Collins. A very good team. Jordan Pippen, all those guys. He was fired when Phil Jackson took over the team. The same players. No change, no addition, no subtraction. What did the Bulls do? Won 3 in a row. 91, 92, 93. Steve Kerr, when he took over the team from Mark Jackson, it was basically the same team. No, nothing new, nothing significant was added, nothing significant was subtracted. What happened? The Warriors became a dynasty. In 1999, the Los Angeles Lakers had a coach named Del Harris. Ganda ng team, Shaq, Kobe, Robert Horry. Nanalo ba sila? No. In 2000, dumating na naman si Phil Jackson. The same team. Again, no subtraction significant, no addition significant addition. Anong nangyari? The Lakers won 3 in a row. 2001 against 2000 against the Pacers, 1 and 2 against the New Jersey Nets. So si Cone, his success in the PBA, yes, will translate in the international level kasi lalo na doon, mas magaling ang mga player doon eh. Di ba? So it will. But because also, ang lakas ng mga teams na kasama mo, I don't think he will dominate the way he would dominate sa PBA. Kasi alam mo naman sa PBA, SMC, TNT lang naman eh. I mean, that's being honest. I know we would like to, kaya nga, Converge deserves our flowers. Kasi ang Converge as an independent team, talagang gumagastos. Pinakita nila na, well, may budget din kami. And will also, you know, yung hugot nila kay Jordan Heading, who would have thought na ang independent team, hinugot yung asset ng tira firma na usually it would go to the big teams, di ba? So yun ang ano. So yes, Tim Cone is good enough to excel in the international level. But dominate, I don't think so.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, may anghel na naman. May anghel na naman.
Hindi, kasi inaano namin eh.
Natutuwa lang po kami, sir, sa
kasi
iniintindi namin kasi syempre kami, yung understanding namin is a little bit hindi ganun kalalim katulad mo.
Ano pa isa, Sir Homer?
Yes.
How about this Gilas team ni Sir Homer? Ano tingin mong magiging outcome nito ngayon with Coach Tim Cone, with the lineup? Kung magiging healthy, papasok kaya ulit tayo sa World Cup? Can we make it?
Siguro follow up, sir, dyan sa question na yan. Anong ceiling sa tingin mo, sir?
Mahaba, but before anything else, this is not a complete team yet. If it were up to me, palitan ko si Japet Aguilar with Milora Brown. You immediately get 13 years younger. Okay? Mm-hmm. And this is not a disrespect to Japet. Japet, yes, I love Japet, and I will always honor the service he has done to our country. As a matter of fact, in 22 years ago, naglaro pa siya sa Amerika, dito sa Western Kentucky. I drove from Chicago to Western Kentucky to watch his collegiate game. Kasi yung tatay niya, si Peter Aguilar, played for Mama's Love. And that was my generation. So, mahal ko yan si Japet Aguilar. But at the same time, you cannot fold back the hands of time. 37 na mahirap, the wear and tear, especially in the PBA. When you play for San Miguel or Ginebra, you basically play longer than everybody else kasi dumadating kayo palagi sa finals eh. So, papalitan ko si Japet kay Milora Brown, which is 13 years younger, bigger, stronger. And then si CJ Perez is also good. CJ Perez is actually not a point guard. He masquerades as a point guard. He is told that he is a point guard, but he's actually a two, a solid two, nagdi-depensa, ferocious defender. Mm-hmm. Papalitan ko yan kay Jordan Heading. So now you're adding another shooter, di ba? Tapos yung si Amos at saka Tamayo, palitan ko yan ni Abando. Right? Abando will be a good wing. And then you add another big. Kasi mga bata pa yun. And now you're talking about team. So, talagang all-star, parang pang all-star na. So, but as presently constituted, the ceiling is, hindi natin masabi na no limitations ang ceiling. So, mahihirapan pa din. Kasi tingnan mo ha, Fajardo, another big. Ilang taon na ba si Fajardo? He's 35. And not only that, he has a history of a compound fracture. So, ang future din ni Fajardo, I mean, he's not gonna wear. Tapos mayaman yan si Fajardo. Hindi yan lalaro na lang kasi kailangan pa makakita. No, he's already set in life. When the time comes na, parang ayaw ko nang gumising ng 6 o'clock in the morning para mag-ensayo, di ba? So, that's another concern. And then you have EJ Edu. EJ Edu had torn his ACL twice. So then you also have to look at his sustainability. Kasi sa basketball, the best ability is availability. Diba? Pero kung hindi mo ma-rely yung availability, mahirapan ka. That's why nga you have a team that,
So yun, si JB, sir. Justin Brownlee din. Matanda na rin.
But the problem, Sir Homer, we are worried about AJ Edu kasi injury na naman, tuhod. Yung issues niya, tuhod na naman.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. The reliance on him, ano bang availability niya. Same thing with Ange Kwame. Gusto ko yan si Ange Kwame, ha? He follows me on Twitter. He likes a lot of my posts, but he also has a history of a torn ACL. So I'm not demonizing. Hindi ko sinabi kasi maraming mga player na may torn ACL naka-recover, di ba? But I'm just saying that for a big, it's just a little harder kasi ang fulcrum, the fulcrum of the body when you grab a rebound is your knee. Di ba? Ang knee naman mo eh. And then when you're talking about a guy who's 270 or 250, tapos pag dati, ako nga pa, when I last went to my doctor, 178 lang ako, para na akong middleweight. Pwede ko nang talunin si Canelo Arbalez. So
178 kasi? Wow. Bigat.
I know. I used to work out religiously. I approached going to the gym with apostolic dedication and evangelical fervor. Talaga ganun ako dati when I was young. I did not have a 6-pack pa. I had an 8-pack. Pero when you get old, as time goes by, napakasarap ng kawali, napakasarap ng ganito, ganon. Di ba? Ito kaya ito si Pao, believe ako, dahil in the years that I've known Pao, not only has he gotten better at his craft, si Pao lang kasi underappreciated because he's not in mainstream media, but that's the talent always shines wherever you are. So, pag nalagay na to, when the time I'm not trying to make it appear like we're in a mutual admiration society. I'm just saying this. Otherwise, ang dami, you would have no idea how many people invite me podcast, ganito, gano'n. But I am, hindi na ako, kasi I'm at that point in my life now, I don't have to go to a podcast. People know me, know my work, di ba? Pero when Pao called me today, text me, sir, sabay, ang ganda ng tawag ka. So I called, because that's what friends are for.
Thank you, sir. Really appreciate.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, ako magtanong.
Sir, ako. Yeah. Pwede magtanong.
Yes, go ahead.
Since Sir Homer, since napag-usapan ng mga bigs kanina, kasi isa sa mga big man natin na meron tayo na hindi masyadong nako-consider is si Balti. Meron ka bang mga sources na kinonsider to na hugutin sa Gilas?
Yes, but Balti, mahal na mahal masyado yan ni Governor Delta Pineda. And he plays at the MPBL yung priority niya. But now that he's going to the PBA, depende yan sa relationship ng the powers that be ngayon sa SBP and the handlers of Balti. But Balti is good, yeah, sure. Kung ako, tayo, alam niyo lahat dito, you know your basketball. Would you rather have Mason Amos or Balti? That's a no-brainer,
Balti.
Balti. Balti all the way.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. Kaya lang, basketball in the Philippines is also politics. It's who you know. It's not necessarily what you can do. Diba? Tingnan mo mga Rabena brother. Why were they there all the time? I mean, it's not like Kiefer and Terdy. I love those guys. I've always interviewed them. But it's not like they light the fire on the world on fire. I did not see Kiefer Rabena walk on water. He can't do anything more than other point guards, that are good in the PBA or in other teams, di ba? So, ang daming, yun na nga, if you look at this is one of the things that will always, sinabi ko sa tweet ko and a column ko before. One of our greatest hindrances to basketball is ourselves. The politics that we immerse ourselves in, di ba? Kasi bata ni ganon, bata ni dito, kapasok, kahit na there's other players that are more qualified. Di ba? So, yun ang problema. But yes, to answer the original question, I'm sorry I digressed. Balti, galing ni Balti.
Yes. Thank you. I like the way you answered the question. Talagang you answered it positively in a way. Pero talaga yata kahit sa anumang sports, sir.
Yes.
You can be the best player, but if you don't have good relationship and good business relation with, you're not gonna get the opportunity.
The world to add to that point, the world is not fair. Ako nga mismo, pamangkin ko kumuha ng driver license sa Cebu because this was years ago when he turned old enough to get a driver license. Pagdating niya sa Cebu, alam mo naman pa, I used to work for the mayor of Cebu, governor of Cebu, information officer ko. So I know people doon. So dumating pamangkin ko, tawag, Tito, ang haba ng pila dito sa driver license facility. I made one phone call, nauna siya sa lahat. So that's just how it works. So I'm not begrudging, but this is just an individual sa atin kasi team Team Pilipinas hindi salud nasa harap, di ba? It's Philippines, tapos sa likod, that should be the priority, the one in front. So, pero, it's only a wish kasi hindi talaga masutupad yun. Maski naman ikaw pa or whoever is in this panel here, lahat ng mga pogi dito. Kung kayo naman ang nasa power, di ba? For instance, magiging mayor kayo. And then you have the power to hire casual employees. Are you not gonna hire your friends? Di ba? Ganun yun. Normal yun So yun ang unlike talaga sa US and other European countries, it's a merit talaga. Hindi mo makikita na, ano yan, anak niya ni coach, ano yan, pamangkin niya ni wala. The people that go there are the people that are qualified.
Thank you, sir. Butch?
Sir, ako magtatanong din. Tatanong ko naman yung di ba sabi niyo sir, halos lahat ng mga local nating na iba medyo tumatanda na, kailangan palitan yung iba. Correct. So siyempre ang naturalized na din natin tumatanda, kailangan din nating palitan. Sino kaya yung nakikita yung magandang fit na bagong naturalized na papasok sa chemistry ng mga local tsaka ng coach ni Coach Tim ko?
Si Boatwright, sana, I think he was the greatest fit. This guy doesn't demand the ball. His game is very systemic, meaning to say he embraces, adapts a system. Galing yung USC, magaling yan doon. Problema, na Achilles tear. Na torn Achilles siya. So, si Ronde Hiles Jefferson sana, he would have been great, pero Jordanian citizen na yan eh. So, and then Clarkson, I don't think Clarkson is already a good naturalized paranan kasi medyo matanda na rin. So, right now, if I were to pick, I really can't see now kasi limited yung options natin. And then it's not like yung offer natin, unlike other countries, no, na may naturalized ka, ganda ng mga bonus, ang laki ko. Makukuha lang natin yung mga, kumbaga, leftovers. Kaya, I'll give you an example. NLEX. Naghanap ng import ang NLEX. Pero budget nila $40,000 lang. So, tagal nilang nakuha. And then finally, 2 nights ago, may nakuha silang player, yung si Watkins. And, I called NBA agents. Sabi nila, that guy can't even play in the G League. Nabangko ka sa G League. Now he's playing as an import. So, I'm just saying. So, ang resources natin, mahirap. Give you an example. Ang youth coach ng Germany and big European teams, alam ba niyo magkano pa sweldo?
Magkano po, sir?
No.
$60,000 to $80,000.
Wow.
Mas
malaki pa sa coach, sa player
Yes. It's just saying that they value their assets. Alam mo ba magkano sweldo ni Josh Reyes nang siya yung coach ng ng Gilas Youth?
Naku, okay. Go.
40,000 pesos.
Patay tayo na. Madaming nare-rebuild
40,000 pesos lang?
Yes. Because sabi ko, kay coach, but 40,000 na sweldo mo? Sabi niya, kasi may sweldo na ako as assistant coach sa men's team. Tingnan mo si Tenorio.
Baba.
Tingnan mo si Tenorio. His name, Gilas coach, but youth, kapalit ni Josh, pero he announced na hindi siya mag-retire sa Ginebra. To me, it should be a standalone job. You should focus on that job. Ako I multitask, but the only thing I multitask is walking and chewing gum. Pero other than that, it's hard to multitask, di ba? It's either you do this or you do that. You cannot serve 2 masters at the same time. So, yun ang natin. Going back to the heart of yung naturalization na tanong niya, I will connect the dots again. Limited ang makuha natin kasi nga maliit lang yung so we don't go all in. Sa panahon ni Tab Baldwin, before politics stabbed him in the back, the Gilas program was so good. Do you agree, di ba? Ang galing ng kay Tab. Pero dahil sa politika, pinalitan siya, Coach Tab had a very great plan. Sabi ni Coach Tab, he actually suggested this to SBP. Now, ito gawin natin, we identify some players kasi Coach Tab had been a national team coach for 3 other countries. So alam na niya. So sabi niya, at saka coach of the year yan sa National Basketball League sa New Zealand, sa Australia. So sinabi niya sa SBP, instead na maghahanap tayo ng tinatawag na import or whatever during engagement kasi ang tawag doon window, like World Cup. Engagement yan. Kunin natin si Clarkson. Kunin natin si yung do it. Kukuha lang iba-iba per engagement. Sabi ni Tab Baldwin, wouldn't it be more reasonable or it's more sensible na identify tayo ng player, pasweldohan na natin, parang kukunin natin retainer. So each time na kailangan natin practice, kailangan dito, obligado na siya. And then may continue with it. Oo. Ang kasi sa atin even sa PBA and SBP, the same things. We tend to romanticize the big names. Si Shabazz Muhammad, kunin natin.
Yeah.
Di ba? Terence yun, kunin natin.
Mga nagpipresenta. May nagpresenta sino ba yun? Si King? Di ba nagpipresenta siya?
Yes, but King is 6'6", and he's not Jordan Clarkson. So okay naman kasi NBA yan. If you reach that level, para ka lang yan. If you're a membro ka na ng College of Cardinals, that's how so rare. I wrote this according to a stat. There are over 400 million basketball players in the entire world. Only 1.9% make it to the NBA. ganon katindi ang NBA. So when you have George King who would say, oh, ganito ako, pero si George King parang namamasa ng bola every other Tuesday lang. So I don't like to have a player like that. Di ba? I want my... Di ba?
Ipresenta siya. Sabi ko nga, pero one-man team siya.
I want a player to adhere to the principles of community basketball.
I based on that,
Sir Homer, namamasa lang what?
Every Tuesday. Every other Tuesday pa. Siguro, sir, the best question for this regarding the import, without naming names, what kind of traits should our naturalized player have? Like, dati kasi naalala natin, pag naturalized, dahil maliliit tayo, kailangan matangkad lagi. Kailangan big man. Ngayon, with the current composition of our players, our next naturalized should be what? Without mentioning name, ano dapat ang skills nito or height or position? What do you think?
Well, big. It has to be a big. It has to be a rim protector, agile. Kasi kung ano naman, kung malaki naman pero ang galaw parang bunil balingit, di wag na lang. Sa inyo na lang yan, di ba? Pero we need a big that can defend and also shoot. Kasi importante talaga eh. Look at how the Dwight Howard was chased out of the NBA. Kasi magaling magdepensa si Dwight Howard, pero when it comes to offense, nagiging 4-5 na rin kasi he can't shoot. They even goad him to shoot. Oh, tira ka dyan, bahala ka na kasi you can't shoot. By the same token, you have bigs like Nikola Jokic, hindi mo mapabayaan. You have Embiid. So yun ang kailangan natin. Team player, malaki, tsaka rim protector. Yun ang priorities natin. I've been the biggest fan of Jordan Clarkson. I text him once in a while, mabait yan si Jordan. But I think the days have passed na si Jordan ang kailangan natin. If you still think Jordan Clarkson is the answer, you don't know the question.
Sir Homer, okay. Since malapit ka talaga kay Kai,
yes.
What is the age of Kai ngayon sa mga ibang bigs na nakakalaban niya ngayon?
Well, he has the benefit of, all this progression. Galing siya ng skills factory sa Atlanta. He'd been to Ignite G League. He'd played at the Japan B League. He's played under the immense lights of FIBA. So yun ang isa sa mga edge niya. And, like I said, there are other tools na medyo slow pa si Kai. And particular pa sa akin is how he defends the pick and roll. Dito, I can promise you, dito sa nakikita ko sa mga kasama ko, hindi makuha si Kai dito. All these guys will just blow by Kai Soto. Lahat dito. Pati na si Pao. Diba? So, but levity aside, yun ang edge ni Kai, ang experience niya at saka growth. 23 na si Kai, he will turn 23. By the time he goes to the Summer League, 23, hinog na si Kai. Kasi it's a misnomer. Back in the day kasi misnomer na sabi, uy, matanda na. Can you imagine, you're old to be 21 years old? Kasi sa NBA, di ba, 21, 22, medyo matanda na. Dapat 19, 18, like Luka Doncic, like all those guys. But the bigs, medyo mahina. Mga bigs, mahina mag-develop. Pero darating din yun. So that's why I'm confident. Si John Marpajado ba, bigla bang nagsaklab sa PBA? Bigla bang taglang todo-todo before he won his 8 MVPs? No, he had to go through that slow progression, that slow and steady rise until he finally reaches heaven.
Okay, wow.
Back to you.
Naubusan na ba? Napapalakpak na lang yung mga tao. Salamat.
Thank you, Sir Homer.
You're welcome.
Sir Homer, na-appreciate namin yung opportunity and thank you very much for being here. Pati yung mga good mo na, yung mga sinabi mo tungkol sa akin. Salamat din, sir. I try my best, actually.
Talagang veteran, magaling talaga.
No, always remember this. The truth has no memory. So maski ilang beses mo tanungin, if he's telling the truth, he will not change answers. Yun din ang nasabi ko kay Pao. Because the spontaneous manner with which I had elicited or I had thrown praise, it's because I was just telling the truth. If I was making up something, like, but with Pao, I've seen his body of work. Yun na nga, I just wish na a TV station will give him a chance and a big mainstream pero ayaw ni Pao alam ko may mga offer na yan, alam he's just happy where he is. So
same as you, sir. We wish him na maging ganun din, sir. I'm very proud of the work of Sir Pao. Sa totoo lang.
Correct. Ako nga, like I said, when I was mainstream media, nagsimula ako 1993 pa. I'm getting old, and I'm more biased obviously to mainstream media, but I've noticed Pao's work like 10 years ago. Kita ko na siya. Kumagaling tong batang to So then I listened to his podcast, and the key, the best way to detect a good reporter is the way he asks questions. Kasi hindi yun hindi yun staged See, ako, when I write a column, I have the benefit of 3 hours where I can research, may makita ko, oh my God, mali I will edit. But when you do online or live interview, that you do not have the facility of a take 2, yan nakikita mo. Tapos ang galing ng mga questions ni Pao, they're very incisive, and then pagtapos may follow-up agad. So yun, that's where yung mga courtside reporter na mga UAAP, with all respect, galing naman yun. Isa din sa pet peeve ko yan Live show, ang galing, bigla na lang may report. So like, God damn it, I don't need to hear that. Gusto ka manood muna ng game. But iba doon they planned already, di ba, na anong sabihin, ganito, gano'n. But gusto ko yung actually live, because that is, if you can withstand the master of live reporting and live podcast, dyan nakikita ang magaling. Kaya nga ako mismo walang podcast. Why? Because I don't think I have the stamina, longevity, and the...
Lang malakas.
Ha? What?
Thank you.
Sir, pahabol pa. Si Andy Gimaw po. Si Andy Gimaw. Anong balita po?
Balik na sa... Well, he was na-injured kasi. That was one of the reasons why we did not do well doon sa Jordan, di ba? Na-injured si Andy Gimaw. Balik na siya sa mother team niya sa US. And he's really good. Kaya lang din, undersized, but I'm not giving at Andy Gimaw. Ang galing. Sobrang galing yung Andy Gimaw.
May chance kaya sa NBA, sir?
Mahirap kasi nga, that size kasi, that is yung size na ganon, guard, wing, whatever, yun, mahirap yun ang dami mong, what makes Kai so unique is 7'3", di ba? How many Filipinos do you see 7'3"?
Saka,
who actually,
yes. Sobrang it's a pleasure na in-answer mo yung mga opportunities about Kai, kasi all of us, we want Kai to play in NBA talaga. We support Kai. Nakita namin din, hindi lang ikaw, kung ano ba yung ups and down ni Kai talaga. So, kami, sobrang saya rin kasi since binigyan siya ng opportunity ni Coach Tim Cone, binigyan siya ng kumpiyansa ni Coach Tim Cone, doon na ako mismo sa akin, doon ko nakita yung potential talaga ng isang Kai Sotto. Even though na ako, nakikita ko na kailangan niya pang i-polish yung post-up moves niya, lagyan niya pa yun ng konting bigat yung katawan niya, yung strength niya. Kasi nakikita naman natin minsan, pagdating sa post-up niya, na out of balance siya, di ba? Minsan, gaya nung laban niya nito nung New Zealand, yung isang post-up moves niya na na-depensahan siya ng sobrang tight. Talagang 4 shot siya na parang makikita natin medyo malambot pa. Ayun yung sinagip ni Scottie Thompson na napasa niya kay Chris Newsome, yung kapusuntira niya. Oy. So sa akin yun lang yung nakita ko about kay Kai. Pero kaya namang i-improve yun. But sobrang thank you Sir Homer na yung mga tanong namin na may opportunities talaga si Kai. So ramdam namin na yung bata hindi tumitigil talaga sa pangarap. And
yes.
Nakikita namin talaga na si Kai din ang key factor ngayon ng Gilas. Bukod kay
yun lang. Kai's story actually applies to all of us. And you can either choose to dream or to not dream. Kasi kahit na failure, okay lang. As long as you feel secure in the knowledge that you are no longer unburdened. You are no longer burdened by the what if, di ba? Kagaya lang kung kasi nasa college ako, sakay ng jeep, tapos may nakita kang babae, sabi, ganda to pero hindi mo nasabi, kahit hi man lang, pag uwi mo, sabi mo, my goodness, what could have been, di ba? The worst thing could happen is she won't give you her phone number. Di ba? So si Kai, sabi, I might fail in this, but I will give my best effort. And then, Diyos ang bahala sa rest. Di ba? Like I said, sa tao ang gawa, sa Diyos ang gawa.
Yun naman ang pinakamaganda sa'yo, Sir Homer eh. Hindi lang pang basketball, pang chicks pa talaga ang advice. Salamat, sir.
Salamat, Sir Homer. Ang haba ng oras na nakuha namin sa'yo. Nakakaya naman.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ano lang, sir. Before you go, I will give you my last message. Message na lang, sir, kasi alam ko may sabihin ka yata sa akin eh. But yes, sir. Your last message po.
Yeah, thanks here. I like this format because it allows participation kasi hindi lang tayo nanonood. And you know, people, sometimes that's the drawback of other podcasts. Hindi naman natin we're not throwing them under the bus. I'm just saying kasi para lang tayong nanonood. Diba? Maganda yung may participation kasi sometimes when you watch and you wanna react, diba? Parang nasa klase, ma'am. Diba? Ganun, raise your right hand. So ganun, I like it. So hopefully this will continue and as long as I am available, kahit na short notice, basta pagtatawag si Pao. So don't mind thanking me, guys. Thank Pao. Kasi sobrang lakas ni Pao sa akin. I was actually about to have breakfast with my wife. Kasi Saturday, di ba? Relax. And then tumawag. Ito, nag-antay niya asawa ko.
Sorry po.
Guys, okay lang. Sabi ko, si Pao sa matawag pag nagse, baka pag uwi ko sa Pilipinas, baka mga bodyguard ni Pao nag-ambag sa akin sa airport. So, so hindi ako makatangi. Anyway, you do me a favor, guys. Please spend the rest of your day. Good. Whatever, how many hours left in the night. So, good night. Sweet dreams. Go Gilas for Hong Kong.
Salamat,
thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sir Homer.
Thank you.
Stay healthy, sir.
Thank you so much po, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you, Sensei.
Salamat po.
Thank you, sir.
Para ako si Chansey Sup-Sup nito. Wave. Bye-bye.
Bye, Sir Homer. Sandali lang yung sabi ko. Sir, sandali lang. Gusto ko lang tanongin kayo tungkol sa Gilas. Napahaba. Napahaba. I really appreciate. He's actually one of my mentors. At yung sa mainstream, may share ko lang sa inyo, sa mainstream kasi medyo nag-crossover na rin ako dati. Medyo